Well, the ISDC, as you know, Alvin, is one of the biggest space development conferences in the United States and one of the biggest in the world. Here for networking, here for the sessions, and for the hospitality.
You are with the International Space University, is that correct?
Yes, I have the proud honor to be both an alumni of the International Space University's Summer Space Studies program, and I'm also going to be a teaching associate this year at our summer program out in Graz, Austria.
For the people that are viewing this that don't know about the International Space University, tell us a bit about it.
The International Space University is a multidisciplinary, intercultural, international postgraduate school for students and professionals who have found a focus in the space industry, be it engineering, life sciences, policy and law, business, and then want to get a multicultural, international, broad spectrum perspective on space. So you're an engineer and you know how to build a rocket, but now how do we sell the rocket? How do we live when we go into space? How do we work through the intercultural and interpolitical issues of space? What are the social issues on space? And so it's to develop more well-rounded space professionals, especially for people who then want to go on and be, say, a manager in a major space company, or a space leader, or just someone looking for a career change. Actually, one group we have a lot of people is people who have been, say, in journalism for a long period of time and want to become, say, a space newscaster or a space writer, or say someone who has their doctorate in medicine and wants to go from working in ER to maybe becoming a flight surgeon. And so it's a good way of either shifting your career into space or broadening your perspective of your involvement in space.
Where is the university located?
Our central campus is in Strasbourg, France. We hold at our central campus our master's program. We offer a Master's of Science in Space Studies and a Master's of Science in Space Management. But also one of the key focuses of our program is our summer program, the Space Studies program, which is a 3-month certificate program where students spend 3 months in a different country every year. This year we're going to be in Graz, Austria. Next year we'll be at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And then the year after that we're going to be down in Brazil. So to ensure that the students every year have a really unique experience, and different groups that would not ordinarily be able to attend a program, say in the United States or in Europe, get a chance to participate in the program. And so our summer program jumps from country to country every year. So the International Space University, on average during our summer sessions, we have over 150 students from over 40 different countries and a wide range of professional and cultural backgrounds. This allows students to gain a broad perspective on how do you say, I had my undergraduate degree in aerospace engineering. It was really fascinating for me to learn how, say, a Chinese engineer thinks. The most passive, reserved American engineer is exponentially more open on average than the most open Chinese engineer. This is not to say that any of them are stupid, and actually some of them are the smartest engineers I've ever met. But the way, when working on a common project, that you get them to contribute and provide input is different than you would, say, approach an American engineer or a European engineer. And these are some of the types of interesting intercultural and international issues that you encounter during the program. Also learning how to interact with, say, businessmen or journalists. We have a lot of people in the space industry who are amazing engineers or doctors or writers, but put them in front of a group of politicians and they don't know what are the important issues to pound in to their talk, or they don't know what the appropriate things are to say to a writer or a journalist. And these are some of the really cool things that you get to learn in this 3-month period. The first 1 month of our summer program, you spending about 12 hours a day in classes in a traditional class setting. You go to classes in every area of space exploration, everything from social science to the technical sciences. These are classes that are taught by some of the industry the leaders in the space industry, Some classes are taught by Russian rocket scientists from inertia, from NASA flight surgeons, from astronauts such as Bob Thirsk from Canada. These aren't just, you're not being taught by teaching associates or some random undergrad. You're being taught by vice presidents of space companies and people who know what the current state of the space industry is. And this provides a really, really in-depth, concentrated look at the interdisciplinary nature of space. The second month of the program, you pick one of these main core areas of space that you have no prior experience in to be your focus department. Me, as an aerospace engineer, I picked the space business management side because I wanted to see, hey, I can build these rockets. How are they sold? What are the considerations when, all right, so I have a really efficient rocket, why isn't it being sold very well? What's wrong with the business plan? And so you spend this focused month in one of these core focus lectures. And then the last month, you get everyone back together from your departments to work on a centralized team project where you have approximately 50 students from all different countries working to write a single 100-page report on an important area of interest to the space industry, such as using space-based assets to reduce the loss of life and property and infrastructure during a natural disaster in a third world country. Or how can space affect the how can space technologies affect the water shortages and other Earth-based issues? And it's really interesting to see not only what products these students come up with, but how they interact and work together and organize themselves, because you have all these students coming from different intercultural backgrounds who think completely differently on how we should organize the team. And it's a really cool project, and it's a really amazing experience. And the only way to understand what ISU really is to go and to participate in this program.